Okay, so we'll start in a comfortable seated position there on your mat with your legs crossed. Once your back is straight, then that's fine. So keeping the spine up tall, gently closing down the eyes. Relax the shoulder blades down and back. Mouth is gently closed. There's no tension in the jaw, and we're just breathing in and out of the nose. Just arriving onto the mat, into the class. Slowing down the mind. And slowing down the breathing. Big deep breath in. Think of breathing all the way down into the belly. And then softly out through the nose or the mouth. And again, big deep breath in. And exhale it all the way out. One more deep breath in. And exhale it out. So I'm bringing one hand to the belly, one hand to your upper chest. We're going to do three-part breathing here. So we'll start with the belly. Inhale into the belly, then we'll move into the ribs, and then finally move into the upper chest and collarbones. Then the chest will drop, ribs, and then the belly drops last. So go through about 5 rounds of that. Inhaling into the belly first. When the belly is full, move into the ribs. Ribs are full, move into the upper chest, collarbones. And leaving the chest drop, ribs drop, and the belly drops. And again into the belly, ribs, chest, and out, chest, ribs, and the belly. I lost count, so we'll do 2 more. Inhale into the belly, ribs, chest drops, ribs, and the belly drops. 1 more into the belly, into the ribs, chest drops, ribs, and the belly drops last. Again, keeping the eyes closed, just going back to your normal breathing now. Maybe you're after opening up a bit more space in the lungs. When you're ready, just bring the hands together, rubbing the hands together to create some heat, and then placing the hands over the eyes and blinking the eyes open, give a little massage to the muscles around the face, the jaw. And coming back into the room. Good. So let's start with small movements in the neck, bringing the chin down to the shoulder or to the chest. Looking up and down Looking over the right shoulder and the left, the right, and the left, and back to the center, chin to the chest, and then bringing it to the left and the right shoulder. Good, and rolling those shoulders forward, all the way up to the ears and in front. And then reverse it, going back. Bringing the fingertips to the collarbones, pointing the elbows out, big circles. And then reverse it, going the opposite direction. Pointing the elbows in front and out to the sides. And we'll reach those arms out, making them as long as you can, small circles. And then getting bigger and bigger as we move those arms around. Reaching up as high as you can and in front, behind. And then reverse it, going back. Big circles. And you get smaller and smaller as we go around. Back to your small circles. Inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, fold it in front. Again, you can use a block here if you need to for your hands, or reach down to the ground. Dropping the head and the shoulders down. Slowly bringing it back up. We'll reach those hands up again and we'll go for one more forward fold. Bringing the hands to the ground and then dropping the shoulders and the head down. And slowly bringing it back up. Reach the hands up. We plant the left hand down. Look up to that right hand. We're trying to keep our sit bones on the ground here. Reach that left side. Looking up to the fingertips. And back to the center. And go to the opposite side. Plant the hand down, reach up. Breathing into the side of the body here, into the ribs, into the little spaces between the ribs. And one more time each side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to the opposite side. Breathe into the side of the body, underneath the arm. Back to the center. Last time on the other side. And back to the middle. We'll bring our hands to our hips. Like superhero pose. Roll the shoulder blades down and back. Stick that chest out and try and get the elbows back as far as you can behind you. You can even look forward, look up to the corner of the room. Good, and then release. We'll bring the hands in front. Just one hand on top of the other. Roll the shoulders and bring the chin down towards your chest. Good, and slowly come up. This time we'll grab either our band. So we have a few options here. We can grab the band, or you can grab your hands like this behind your back and stick the chest out. or we can go to the one we just did with our hands on our hips. So if you're using the band, the closer you hold it in, the more of a stretch you'll get. But if you're very tight in the shoulders today, you can hold it out a bit further. So we're just holding it behind our back. Think of like pushing it back as we stick the chest forward. Arms go back, chest goes forward. Again, looking up, maybe to the corner of the room. Sticking the chest out, that's it. Good, slowly release. We'll bring the band in front. Same thing we just did, but our arms are in front this time. Again, if you want more of a stretch, or we bring our hands in closer, or we can bring the hands apart, whatever feels comfortable today. Reach the band in front, chin down to the chest. And then coming back up. Loosen out the shoulders. Good. And those shoulders really warmed up today. This time bring it up overhead. So again, it can be hard to get the hands in close. So we can go out a bit wider, kind of shoulder width or a bit wider will do. We'll reach up with the hands. Try and bring the shoulders away from the ears though. So shoulders down and back. Really feeling this now in my shoulders. Very tight in the shoulders today. You can look up as well if you want. So our lungs and our ribs and everything are open now, so let's breathe into those. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the chest and the ribs like we did just a few minutes ago. Good, bring it down. Just take a little rest. Loosen out those shoulders. For next one, we'll lift up and then go to the side. And then go to the opposite side, okay? So grab your band. Holding it out wide. Lift it up. And we'll try and keep those sit bones on the ground. We'll just move to the left. Or the right, it doesn't matter, we're going to be doing both sides. Try and keep those sit bones on the ground. This is actually a very difficult one. Looks easy, but it's not. Bring it back to the center. Just to reset, take a big breath in and go to the opposite side. And bring it back to the center. Just go one more on each side. Shoulders might be burning a little here. Mine are. Good, bring it back to the center. Last time, over to the opposite side. And back to the middle. Good. And relax. Feel that in the shoulders. Good. Keep your band close. Just pop it to the side. And we will go into our tabletop position here. Wrists underneath our shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. From here, we'll bring our right fingertips to our collarbone, or to our shoulder, to our right shoulder. We go big circles around, pointing that elbow forward and to the side. You can even open up a bit to that right side. Good, and reverse the direction going around. Good, and into the left side. Fingertips to the collarbone and bring it around, big circles. with the left elbow, the opposite side. Good. And we'll sit back on the heels, just have a little break in your child's pose. Knees out wide, reach those hands in front, dropping the head down. Good, slowly come back up into that tabletop position here. From here we'll move into our cat-cow. Chin down to the chest, rounding up through the shoulders, through the middle and the lower back. And then slowly pointing tailbone up, lower back, middle back, upper back, looking forward. Chin down to the chest again. Curling all the way down. And all the way back up. Working through each vertebrae in the spine. Good, and back to your tabletop position there. We're going to go into our first down dog of the day. So we want to plant our hands down, make sure we're pushing into especially that thumb and first finger side of the hand. And I like to just put my hands a small bit at an angle like that. I find it's just a bit nicer on my shoulders. Tucking my toes under, pushing my hips up, leave my heels drop down to the ground. And for the first one, you can walk it out on the spot, drop one heel down to the ground, then the other. Even swaying side to side, whatever movement you need. Good, and look between the hands, and we'll walk it all the way up to the top of the mat. Flatten your back to look forward as you look up here, as you breathe in and then breathe out. Go for a deeper stretch. Inhale, bring it all the way up to standing, even reach the hands up overhead. A little back bend in here as well if you want. And then bring the hands down by your sides. Just loosen out the legs here, shake them out, shake out the arms, legs, everything. Good. We'll go into our Tadasana pose, or mountain pose, bringing our feet together, lifting the kneecaps, chest out, shoulders back, looking forward. Inhale, raise the hands up, look up to the fingertips, and exhale, folding over from the hips. Inhale, flatten the back, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands down. We step back into your high plank or push-up position. We're building that strength again. So my wrists are kind of underneath my shoulders. Building strength in the full body, squeezing your legs. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your stomach. Pushing into the ground. Slowly drop the knees. Elbows hug into the ribs as we come down. All the way down to the belly, nice and slow. Good, untucking the toes. Inhale, lifting the chest up. for your up dog or cobra, and exhaling into your down dog. So again, fix the hands here, pushing into that thumb and first finger, tuck your toes under and push the hips up. And if this down dog is feeling a little too much today, you can take a child's pose. Down dog, we'll go 3 breaths. Inhale and look in between the hands. And we'll step forward to the top of your mat. Flatten the back to look forward here as we inhale. And exhale, fold. Bringing the hands all the way up. And exhaling, hands come by your sides. So that was one full sun salutation. And we're going to do another one now. Again, starting in your mountain pose, looking forward. Inhale, raise the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten the back, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back into that high plank, push-up position, your favorite. Squeeze in the stomach, squeeze the legs, push away, and slowly lowering to the knees and lowering all the way down to the belly. Really super slow motion. Untuck the toes, inhaling up dog, so we're trying to shine our collarbones forward, and exhaling back into your downward facing dog. Again, 3 breaths here. Down dog is actually a rest pose, believe it or not. So try to relax in it. Looking between the hands, and we'll come all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, flatten your back to look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping those hands up. And exhaling, bringing your hands by your sides. Good. You might need your belt for this one, or you might need to come by a wall. We're just going to do a quad stretch first. So bringing our heel up towards our bum. If that's difficult, you can grab your band or your belt, whatever you're using, and you can hold like this. Just give you a second to get your band there, or come by a wall or something. I'm using the wall here for a bit of balance. So we want to push this hip forward. So working the balance on one leg, and then we're stretching the quads, quad on the other leg. Just holding that stretch, push the hip out. And we'll kick the foot into the hand. Kick that hand away with the foot. And then release, relax the hand and the foot. You should be able to get a bit more of a stretch in. Good, keeping that balance. And then slowly release. Just loosen out the leg. So you will feel it in the standing leg as well, because it has to balance. We're just swapping sides. So if you can grab the ankle, great, or if you need to get the band, then grab that now. Same as what we did on the opposite side. So we're standing nice and tall, strong on this leg. Then we want to push the hip forward a small bit. And that heel towards the bum. The knee here should be pointed towards the ground as well. So it shouldn't be pointed up here. And forward, it should be pointing towards the ground. Possible. Then we'll try and kick that leg away into the hand or the belt. Kick it away, and then release, relax, and you should be able to pull it in a small bit more, kind of like you're tricking the muscle. Stretch and release. Good. And relax, shake out the legs. Good. Good, so we have a few more balancing poses. Our first one here, we're going to stand on our right leg, lift our left knee up and just hold on to the shin. Have the band close because we might need that in a few minutes. So if I'm standing on my right leg, my right hand is coming to my hip, so I know my core is strong here, and I'm holding on to my shin. Standing up nice and tall, pick that spot in front, don't look down because that's the way you'll go. So look up, chest out, shoulders back, shoulders and chest should be open. Holding it. Good, relax, just shake out the leg. Good, remember you can always come to a wall if you need to. Let's see if this side is any better. Up, holding the shin, other hand to the hip, or it can be out to the side, whichever you've more balance on. Looking forward, we want to stay strong with it, so we're rooted into the ground. Yes, good, doing a lot better on this side. Good. Good, release it down, relax. For your next one, we can go either here, you can grab your foot and try it, or we can get our band or belt and pop it around the foot, and this just kind of makes our arm a bit longer. Think of it like an extension of your arm. If you want to try that one. Be careful of the knee. If the knee goes straight, sometimes it can be a bit sore, a bit tender, but just be careful with it. Go to about 80%. So we're lifting up, either holding onto the wall like I am, or onto your hip. Bring the shoulder back, looking forward with it. Hold up, 1, 2 breaths, 1 more. And 3, good. Release that leg, relax. And we have to do the other side as well. So get that band around the foot, or if you're holding on to the foot, fair play. Lift it up, pick your spot in front, on the wall, on the ceiling, wherever it is. Try to straighten the leg out as much as you can, and we'll do 3 breaths. 1, 2, bring the shoulders back. And 3, good, relax. Our next one, again we can use that band. We're going to bring the leg out in front and then open it out to the side. So for this one we want our hips to stay pointed forward as our leg goes out to the side. So we'll do that together. So again, you're swapping legs. Lift it out first for 3 breaths. 1, 2, keep the balance. 3, open that hip to the side. Open the leg out. Good. Holding it. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back into the center. Keep it up. I want everyone to bring their 2 hands to your hips. 2 hands to your hips, keeping the leg up. Hold it up high for 3, for 2, hold it up higher, 1, and slowly drop it down. Whew, that was a tough one. And now we need to do the other side. Okay. We'll try the opposite leg. Take note as well, is there one more flexible than the other, or are you more stable on one side compared to the other? You usually will have one side that is more stable than the other. It's completely normal. Good, so we're going chest out, shoulders back, lifting the leg up. 1, 2, 3, and now bring that leg out to the side. 1, 2, 3, bring it back into the middle. Everyone, 2 hands to the hips. Lift the leg up as high as you can for 3. Lift it, 2. Lift it higher, 1, and slowly down. Good, just pop your band to the side. We can even loosen out the hips here. So lift the knee up, out, and down. Just a bit of movement is nice. Might feel a bit more open now, which is good. Okay, let's come back to the top of our mat. Now that we're all warmed up, inhale, raise those hands up. Exhale, fold it in front. Inhale, flatten the back, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back into this push-up position, holding it here. Now you can either lower to the knees or you can lower halfway down and do your full chaturanga, pushing the tops of the toes into the ground. Looking forward for your up dog. And then everyone meet back in downward facing dog. Again, fix those hands and feet. And lower down to the knees, reaching those hands in front and drop back onto the heels. Taking a rest here in your child's pose. You deserve a rest after that. Okay, and let's come up to your tabletop again. And then back up into your downward facing dog. And in this down dog, just walk it out on the spot. Go side to side, whatever movement you want or need. Good, drop down to the knees again, go into your child's pose, dropping the head down. So just hold for about 2 breaths. 1, 2, and then coming back up and push back into your down dog. Again, walk it out any movement you need. We'll go for about 2 breaths here in your downward dog. And then dropping down to the knees again into your child's pose. And then back up into your down dog again. Dropping the heels to the ground. And one more time back to your child's pose. And then back, last down dog for today. Just holding it for a bit longer. Leave the heels drop down. From here, look between the hands. And we'll bring our left foot to the right wrist, right foot to the left wrist, and sit through. Come to sitting. Good. So you can sit on your block here or a pillow if you want. Just kind of raises the hips up a bit. We'll grab our band, belt, towel, whatever you're using. Pop it around the feet here. So when we're using this, we don't want to pull. We just want to use it for support. Good. So we have it around our feet. Bring our shoulders back, and then we're folding like the forward fold we do when we're standing. Think about it like that movement. It's the same, it's just we're sitting down. So we want to be looking forward, and that'll keep our shoulders back and our chest up. Good. Inhale, slowly come up. Just reset here, bring the shoulders back and down. Straighten the legs a small bit if you want. And we'll hinge forward again. Good. Slowly coming up again. We'll go out wide with the legs this time. So you might need to turn lengthways on your mat or wherever you want. Good. Point the toes back towards you. And we'll just fold in front. Again, using a block or a pillow here in front if you need, just to rest your forearms on. Feeling that stretch in the hips and the inside of the legs, the adductors, maybe even going down to the knee. And just breathing into it. Again, not going fully into the stretch, about 70, 80%. Slowly start to come back up. Keep your legs, your lower body where it is. Think of turning your upper body, your shoulders to that left side. So that movement first, and then we'll fold to that left side. Think of bringing the left shoulder down towards the left knee. I'm probably never going to get there, but that's okay. It's just to use it as a guide. If the muscles start shaking, just ease off a small bit, because then we've gone a bit too far then. Good. Slowly bring it back up. Same thing going over to the right side this time. Turn the upper body and the shoulders first, and then we'll fold. Good, and bring it back up to the middle. Grab your band, pop the band around the left foot, and again we're just holding it just for support, and that'll help bring the toes back towards us as well. You might get a small bit more of a stretch in the calf. So we're going to that left side and then just folding over. This might be a bit more of an intense stretch. Slowly come up. Take your time coming out of that. Shake the legs out and we'll go just one more. So going to the opposite side. Pop that band, belt, whatever you're using around the foot. And again, we're just using it for a bit of support. So no need to like pull or anything, just the fingertips on it will do. Again, using that guide from your shoulder to your knee. Slowly coming back up. And just loosen out the legs. Side to side, up and down. You can give a little massage to the lower legs, the calves and the upper legs, quads and the hamstrings. Loosen them out. Bring the legs together. We'll fold in front again. Maybe feel a bit more open this time in the hamstrings and the hips, lower back and all that. Dropping the head and the shoulders down. Come up, maybe straighten the legs a small bit. Fold forward again. And slowly come up. Bring the knees into the chest. Chin to the chest. And you can try that roll back if you want. Make sure your chin is tucked. And roll back onto the back. And then leave the head down, but keep the knees in. Good, big circles here. Going around with the knees. And around the opposite way. Bringing that right knee into the chest. Leave the left leg go long. So this is like the pose we did when we were standing, when we were holding the knee up, but it's a lot easier now because gravity is working with us. Then we'll open that knee out to the side. So my right knee is going out to the right side. And bring it back into the middle. And swap sides. And the left knee in. Right leg goes nice and long. Again, just supporting it, hand on the shin. Can you put your right hand just on the top of your right hip, just to keep you grounded here? And open that left knee out to the left side. And bring it back into the middle. And those two knees in. Give yourself a big hug here, squeezing the arms, squeezing the legs, squeezing every single muscle in the body, and then release. So a few options here for Shavasana, either just hands out and feet out to the sides, or you can bring the soles of the feet together and leave the knees drop out to the sides if you want more of a hip opener. So just getting comfortable here. If you need any blankets or anything like that, you can grab them now. Just be here for a few minutes. So get comfortable, gently closing the eyes, closing the mouth, and there's no tension in the jaw. Focus on that breathing coming in and out. Relaxing those shoulder blades down and back. Relaxing those hips and the legs, all the way down to the feet and the arms. The wrists and the fingers. If the mind begins to wander, just bring it back to the breathing. In and out. Just coming back to that breathing again. Really focus on it coming in and then going out. In and out. Now focus on the body, on the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, knees, upper legs, up to the hips, the stomach, ribs, chest, upper chest, the collarbones and the shoulders, back of the shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, all the way down to the fingertips on the left and the right hands, the wrists, the elbows, shoulders, up to the neck, and the head, the face, the eyes, ears, nose, mouth. Just becoming aware of the full body, inside and out. Now just getting small movements back into the fingers, back into the toes, the wrists and the ankles, into the legs and the arms. Just stretch overhead if you need to. Pull those knees in together. And then rolling either to the left or the right side, just using your upper arm as a pillow here for a few minutes, a few seconds. Then using your top hand, push you up into a comfortable seated position on the mat. We'll just close off today's practice. Again, just close down the eyes one more time, relax the shoulder blades down and back. And bring those hands in together and just bowing. Namaste and thanks for joining me for another yoga class.